Hi there. Thank you to everyone who's logged in. I hope everyone's having a great day. My name's Haley Campbell, and I'm the Community Engagement Representative with We Florida Financial. Financial Success After Reintegrating Back into Society is the 7th webinar of our monthly series, and I'm super excited to have you on here joining us. To help ensure the success of released prisoners, veterans, or anyone else reintegrating back into society, today we'll be discussing finances, work, credit union accounts, and housing. This will be an informative webinar, and I'll be providing my contact information in case you have any questions or feedback following the webinar. Let's get started. So on today's agenda, we're going to be covering the following topics. Welcome to your credit union, creating a financial plan for success, securing housing, finding employment, credit union accounts and benefits, tips and resources. We have fun financial tips. We care about your financial literacy and how to join We. My contact information is on the screen. My email address is hcampbell@wefloridafinancial.com, and my cell phone number is 954-871-7525 in case you want to take that down if you have any questions or feedback after the webinar. So welcome to your credit union. To give you a little background on our credit union, We Florida Financial is a full-service credit union that's been providing outstanding customer service since 1952. So this is actually our 70th year of being open, which we're super excited about and have been celebrating. We're not for profit, so every member is a shareholder of We Florida Financial. When you deposit money into your credit union account, you become both a customer and an owner. We offer low fees and high savings rates. We also offer a range of loans, including auto, personal, home, aviation loans, and more, which have low interest rates as well. So creating a financial plan for financial success. Whether you're a former inmate, a veteran, or anyone else who's reintegrating back into society, it's very beneficial to create goals for yourself and have a financial plan for success. I want to talk about some ideas and tips on creating these goals and plans. So a financial goal is any plan you have for your money. Some examples could be saving for retirement, learning more about financial literacy, buying a house, etc. Your goals should give you focus and keep you accountable no matter how long they take to make happen. One of the best ways to achieve anything is to write it down. Goals can be short range, which is typically reachable within 3 months, medium range, which is attainable within 3 months to a year, and long range, which is achievable in over a year. After writing down your goals, it's a good idea to break it into steps with completion dates. Make sure you set a target date for each financial goal. Apply a SMART goal strategy, which is making sure your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Prioritize each goal as critical, need, or want. Monitor your progress and reward yourself for your achievements. And you can even make a financial vision board if you're in need of some extra motivation. Some other suggestions as you are adjusting back into society are try to resist the temptation of making big purchases. Feel-good spur-of-the-moment purchases, such as a big vacation, for example, can negatively impact your budget and long-term goals if you haven't prepared or planned for them. So it's a good idea to take a brief pause and decide if certain purchases are the best thing for you or for you and your family at this point in time. As an alternative, you could set the purchase as a goal and plan for it, or treat yourself to something smaller that won't break the bank. Consider how a big purchase with an ongoing financial commitment, like a new car with a 5-year loan, for example, will impact your budget. Evaluate your long-term goals like saving for retirement and make sure you're still on track with that. With that being said, it's also a good idea to try and live simply and not owe anyone unnecessarily. Try and take pleasure in ordinary things. You know, a good day's work, giving back to your community, a hobby, or whatever brings you satisfaction and peace. Part of living simply is the commitment to live within your means. So know the difference between wants and needs. Buy what you need to live, such as food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. Don't get into debt for the wants list, such as a big screen TV, designer clothes, or a fancy cell phone. And also just try and be patient. You may feel out of sync with your loved ones or friends. Coming home isn't just an adjustment for you, it's an adjustment for everyone around you as well. So try and keep the lines of communication open and be patient with yourself and with those around you. Securing housing. If you don't already have a place to live secured as you re-enter the community, don't worry. There are many options and resources out there to help you. To start, an option is staying with family or friends. It can be challenging to maintain family and social relationships while incarcerated or while deployed. However, family and friends can offer some of the most secure housing options for a recently released inmate or someone returning home from deployment. If this isn't an option for you, there are several other housing options. There's affordable housing. This housing is usually privately owned, but your rent gets significantly subsidized by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, which is also known as HUD. To be eligible, you generally need to be low income, a senior, or living with a disability. If you may qualify for affordable housing, you can call 800-569-4287 or head to the HUD Housing Counselor office near you. That phone number is on the screen. There's also public housing. Public housing is usually owned by your state or local government. You pay about 30% of your adjusted monthly income towards rent in this type of housing. Eligibility for it depends on parameters set by the government authority that owns the housing. So it's worth finding your local public housing agency, also known as PHA, and getting more information about this option. There's also private housing. This is the most common type of housing. When you buy a house, you privately own it. Or if you rent under a traditional lease, you rent from a private housing owner. Anyone is eligible for private housing, but it may cost more than the other options we've spoken about. Supportive housing. Supportive housing is usually owned by an organization committed to helping individuals stay permanently housed. It's called supportive housing because in addition to a place to live, this type of housing includes services to help you. That can mean helping you build a relationship with your landlord, understand your rights as a renter, or even get access to the healthcare you need. Access to and eligibility for supporting housing depends on your area. To look for local organizations overseeing supportive housing, you can simply Google supportive housing, followed by the city and state you live in. There's also transitional housing. As the name suggests, these residences are supposed to be temporary, helping you have stable housing as you look for a permanent shelter. You may hear transitional housing called a halfway house or a residential reentry center. With this type of housing, you usually get help finding your permanent housing, finding employment, and getting health care. Transitional housing can be hard to find, but it's still worth exploring your local options. Some resources for veterans regarding housing are Florida's Homeless Veterans Coordinators, who could be reached by calling 727-575-8136. You could go to the VA website for homeless veterans, Florida Department of Children and Families, Florida Council on Homelessness, or VIS and 8 Homeless Veterans Outreach. And all those websites are on the screen. Some resources for former inmates regarding housing are this article by Record Bond titled Former Offender Reentry Programs and Resources. This page has a full list of resources for former inmates in Florida. And that link is on the screen as well. So finding employment. Returning to the community and looking for employment can seem overwhelming, but there are plenty of tips and resources at your fingertips to help assist you with the process. To get started, you can create a free resume by using the app called Canva or by using resumebuilder.com. Also, try and utilize multiple ways to connect with employers. You can try to talk with family, friends, counselors, and others about the kind of work you'd like and ask for job leads. You can contact employers in person, by phone, and online to ask about job openings in a field you may be interested in. You can apply to jobs you find in online job banks. An example of this would be Indeed.com. You can attend job fairs and introduce yourself to different employers. And you can also visit employers in your community to apply for jobs as well. If you're looking for businesses that hire people with criminal records, do not lose hope. A lot of companies look for people who have the skills and abilities to do the work, even if they have a criminal record. There are also benefits of companies hiring a worker with a criminal record. Companies can actually get an opportunity tax credit, which gives tax discounts to employers who hire ex-offenders. Some job ideas for former inmates are being a construction worker, restaurant server, mobile app developer, electrician, commercial truck driver, barber, etc. You can contact places such as CareerSource Florida, which also has recently developed a pilot program called the HIRES program, which stands for Helping Inmates Realize Employment Success. You can also contact the OIC of South Florida. This stands for Opportunities Industrialization Center of South Florida. They recognize the difficulties experienced by ex-offenders seeking gainful employment upon their return to society. OIC offers a structured program designed to provide the tools necessary for an ex-offender to obtain employment. If you're a veteran, a lot of companies would love to hire you as well. Some common career ideas for veterans are security clearance, law enforcement, commercial truck driver, maintenance worker, healthcare personnel, teacher, etc. You can contact places such as the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs Service Employment Office, or even use floridajobs.org and utilize their link that says Hire Veterans. And those links are on the screen. So credit union accounts and benefits. There are many benefits and perks of having a credit union account as opposed to a traditional bank account. Florida Financial specifically has the following perks: special member discounts such as at Sprint, Dell, AAA, BJ's Wholesale Club, DirecTV, and more. We offer free educational webinars and seminars. We have free Publix Presto transactions, which means if you don't live near one of our branches, you can do free transactions at Publix. We offer low fees and big savings, and we also have a free mobile app and Zogo financial literacy app. We also have highly personalized service. We pass savings on to you in the form of lower rates or higher dividends. We allow you to have a voice in how our credit union operates. We provide you with the opportunity to give back to the community. And we also offer a variety of service offerings, support for diversity and inclusion, and CDs, money orders, and safe deposit boxes. Florida Financial also has Encore accounts, which are second chance accounts for those who are trying to get their finances back in good standing. The Encore program can assist you with deposit products while you work towards reestablishing your credit or fixing a damaged account relationship history. Members can choose from Encore Savings or Encore Savings and checking accounts. Florida Financial also offers Heroes loans for veterans where you can get up to 0.50% off of existing loan rates. Tips and resources. Some tips and resources while you're adjusting to being back in society are: try and be patient with yourself and be sure to care for yourself. You may have lots of people to see and places to go, but just give yourself some time to relax and readjust to being back in the community. Ease back into your routines and try to be patient if things don't feel successful or comfortable right away. Sometimes it can take weeks or even months before you feel settled again. It's also a good idea to find mentors. You can find a mentor by joining a mentorship platform, reaching out to your existing network, going to professional networking events, finding an industry meetup, attending volunteer events or social clubs, and using social media. It's also a good idea to utilize free educational webinars and seminars, as well as free apps. There are free apps to help with budgeting, such as Mint or Quicken, apps to help you save money, such as Acorns or Chime, and there are also apps you can earn rewards on that can be cashed out into gift cards, such as Zogo or Fetch. Some resources you can utilize if need be are the National Veteran Crisis Hotline, which is the 988 Lifeline. You can contact this hotline by dialing 988, which was previously the 1-800-273-TALK number. There's also the Florida Veteran Support Line, which can be contacted at 1-844-MyFLVET or dial 211. A great website with resources for former inmates is Credit Donkey's Money Management for the Formerly Incarcerated article, and that link is on the screen. We have fun financial tips. We Florida Financial has partnered with Zogo to provide you with a gamified financial literacy app that teaches everything from opening a bank account to saving for retirement. Win rewards for completing bite-sized financial literacy lessons on intelligently saving, spending, and managing your money. If you're looking for ways to further your education, Zogo is a free app that teaches you about finance and pays you to learn. Download Zogo in the App Store and use code WeFlorida to sign up. We care about your financial literacy. We Florida Financial is partnered with Consolidated Credit and Coffee to help you and your family get financially fit. They host free webinars on a range of topics regarding financial literacy the second Wednesday of each month. To register, check out weflorida.coffeetime.com and use code WeFlorida. That website is on the screen. They have one every single month and they're very educational. We care about your financial literacy continued. We of Florida Financial is also hosting a free monthly webinar series on topics regarding financial literacy. To register, you can go to wefloridafinancial.com and click Learn. The website is on the screen for that as well. So how to join We? There's no fee to join. Simply open your savings account with a minimum $5 deposit, and this represents your share of credit union ownership. As long as your $5 stays on deposit, you're eligible to benefit from any credit union service, including applying for loans, mortgages, and more. You have to live or work in one of our 46 Florida counties, including Broward, Miami-Dade, and West Palm Beach. You could also be a family member of an existing member as well. You can apply online at wefloridafinancial.com or come into any of our branch locations. We connect. So we're on all of these social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. All of the handles are We Florida Financial, except Twitter is WeFL Financial. You can follow us to find out different promotions we're running, events we're having, financial literacy tips, and more. If you have any questions or feedback, once again, my email is hcampbell@wefloridafinancial.com and my phone number is 954-871-7525. As I mentioned earlier, we are celebrating our 70th year of being open. So with that being said, you can get a free $70 on us. You sign up at wefloridafinancial.com and enter your promotional code GET70 when it asks how you heard about us, and you can get $70 on us after your account is open for 90 days. So we've come to the end of our financial success after reintegrating back into society webinar. Thank you so much for taking your time to log on and learn about information and tips on financial success. Feel free to email or call me if you have any questions regarding the presentation or about WeFlorida Financial. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.